Hi, everyone. This is Casey Washington from Sustah-Girl Chronicles. Welcome to 2024. So, welcome to Sustah-Girl Chronicles podcast. I am your host, Casey Washington. The Sustah-Girl podcast is where we discuss wellness, lifestyle, and travel for women who are over 50 or more. We are here to inform and encourage mature women to live their best lives and do what inspires them and do what is purposeful in their lives and fulfills their professional and personal lives. So, welcome again to our first podcast of 2024. So, what we're going to do this year, January 2024, we're starting the year off right because we're going to soar in 2024. And what does that mean? So there's a little acronym, of course, that I created, SOAR in 2024. We're going to set goals and a vision. That's our S. We're going to organize your thoughts and ideas. That's our O. We're going to apply our knowledge and our experience and skills. And then R, we're going to reflect, and then we're going to move forward. So again, SOAR in 2024. S, set our goals and our vision. O, we're going to organize our thoughts and our ideas. A, we're going to apply our knowledge and experience. And R, we're going to reflect, and then we're going to move forward. So yes, that is our motto for 2024. So let's move on. Let's talk about some things that we want to do in 2024. So now that we know we're going to soar, let's talk about how we're going to use our time to live our lives or to meet our goals or to be successful. I always say stick to one or two goals. Don't do 5 or 10. 1 or 2 goals that are meaningful to you. If you do 5, 10, don't create that many because you're setting yourself up for failure. I've done that where I have this list of things or goals, and then I'm not able to be successful at all of them. And then I feel like, oh no, I shouldn't have done that. Or I set myself up for failure. So I want you to remember you're going to set 1 or 2 goals for 2024 that are meaningful to you. The second thing I want us to do is I'm reading this book and it's called 4,000 Weeks Time Management for Mortals. And it's by a British author and his name is Oliver Bergman. And the title, 4,000 Weeks, actually draws from the premise that the average human, supposedly lives close to 80 years. So the average human's lifespan is 4,000 weeks. I know it sounds absurd, it sounds terrifying, but 4,000 weeks. So when I read 4,000 weeks, and I'm still reading the book, when I read 4,000 weeks, I'm like, okay, so I'm 62. 62 times 52, because there are 52 weeks in a year, 62 years, 52 weeks. And that came out to 3,224 weeks. Remember, he said the average human has 4,000. So I've already used 3,224. That means I have approximately 776 remaining weeks in my life. And maybe my gene pool, which people lived long, grandparents lived in the 90s and late 80s. So I may have more than my 776 weeks. So do your math. Do your math. So just think about it. If you're 40, then you've already used 2,000 weeks. So then you start thinking about, oh God, what did I do with all this time? How did I live those weeks? Yeah, it's pretty interesting, kind of eye-opening. So of course, doing that math, and that math is mathing, y'all, and getting me to think about what to do with the rest of my life, what to do with the rest of those weeks. So I want you to think about what's next for you. How are you going to think about the remaining weeks of your life? Huh? Think about it. Thought about it, right? You thought about, oh, you did the math, and your math is mathing too. So, like I said, if you're 40, you've already used 2,000 weeks. Me, I'm 62. I've already used over 3,200 weeks. But we don't know, never know. Life is not promised. Every day is not promised. It depends on how you think about those things. But if we're going to soar in 2024, we have to make important choices. We have to choose how we want to live. Is it going to be about the quantity of life or years that we live, or is it going to be about the quality of life that we live? Quantity or quality? I always like to choose quality for a variety of reasons. You know, I've seen people who think about the quantity, illness strikes, and then you don't have the quality that you've always wanted. So we do have in life, we do have a list of things or a list of, we create these to-do lists, right? I know I'm creating one every week, partly because I need to remember all those things that I need to do. So I try to check off as I complete items. Sometimes the list is long, sometimes it's short, but I have to write it just so I know what I need to do, right? As you get older, you get forgetful too. And there's always something to do. So somehow, as you're creating that list, somehow the things that you're passionate about or really want to experience in your life, they don't make the list. They don't make the list. Or they keep getting bumped off the list, which is not good either. It's like you never get to it. Oh, I'll do that later. I'll do that later. I'll do that later. Those 4,000 weeks are getting smaller and smaller. It's like that subtraction sign is going to always be there. And think about a little story. Is I have been recovering from a recent eye surgery. I had a retina detachment and surgery. So I was not working, I was at home. But every Monday, you have to put the garbage cans out for trash pickup. Man, those Mondays were coming fast. It's like, dang, I just put that garbage can out. Yeah, that's how fast the weeks go. We think, oh, I'm going to be home and time is going to go slowly. No, it was zooming by. But the next thing I knew, it was 8 weeks had gone by, right? But during that time, I started thinking about the quality of my life, not so much the quantity, the quality of my life. Yes, that downtime, that recovery time, it gave me time to reflect and think about the remaining weeks of my life and rather, whatever it is, whether it's 10 weeks or it's 374 weeks, whatever, I start reflecting on what's the next chapter for Casey Washington. What's my next chapter? Again, we never know when our time is up, but we don't even really think about it in those terms. Some people do, but I can't think about, okay, well, life is short, but it is. How am I going to live my best life from this day forward? Time is precious, and we feel like we never have enough of it. I know I don't. It's 24 hours zips by. You're going to sleep for at least 8. Then you're going to drive. If you're working, you're driving back and forth to work. Got 8 hours plus travel time. That could be another 10 hours. So already 18 hours is gone in your day. But, I'm just giving kind of an overview. That might not be your life. The past, think about it. The past is done. And the future is unpredictable. Also, the future is not controllable. We try to control the future, but we never know what's going to happen. We try to predict, and sometimes we're right, and sometimes we're wrong. I don't know what the percentage is. That's probably something somebody could look up. You can Google it. What's the percentage of times you're going to be right about your predictions? Who knows? But the future is, like I said, it's not controllable and it's not predictable. But we try, as humans, we try to coordinate all aspects of our lives. And sometimes everything just doesn't work. It just doesn't go as planned. And that is okay. You might be upset for the moment. It might make you angry. It might make you sad. I don't know. Sometimes we try to predict and plan and coordinate. And when it doesn't work out, we sit and we reflect and say, maybe I can do that over. Let me think about what went wrong. What didn't I do well? What's the next opportunity? Maybe that wasn't such a good idea anyway. I know I had planned on some things happening at my job as far as my professional career goes. Didn't go as planned. I was a little upset. No, I wasn't really upset. I was just a little disappointed. But it's all right. I had some time to reflect. That wasn't what God wanted me to do right now. And it's okay. And then stuff, with my health, slowed me down anyway. Okay. Accept it, right? Accept it. So it's okay when things don't go the way we coordinate. I remember there was a comedian who always said, coordinate. You got to coordinate. Well, sometimes coordinating and planning don't go the way we want to. However, that's part of life. That's part of life. And that's also why I don't want you to set 5 to 10 goals, set too many professional or personal goals in order for you to soar in 2024. I want us all to take a step back and just try 1 or 2. As we plan to soar in 2024, I want you to jot down these few things that I'm asking us all to do, including myself. I'm not leaving myself out. This sister girl is talking to herself too, talking to all the sister girls out there, but I'm talking to this Casey Washington sister girl too. So first, the one thing I want you to do is to set personal and professional boundaries, especially set boundaries when it comes to your time. Remember, time is precious. Set boundaries and let people know what those boundaries are. Some may not like it, but guess what? It's your boundaries and it's okay. 2, focus on one goal or one project at a time. I know we like to multitask. I know we do. And we wear it like a badge of honor. I can multitask. I can get it done. But we get it done best when we focus on one goal or one project at a time. 3, understand that we're going to fail at some things. Failure is an opportunity to learn. Failure is an opportunity to reflect. And sometimes failure is an opportunity to move on. So that's just not what I need to do. Let me move on. So understand that you will fail from time to time. We've done it all our lives. Let kids know it's okay to fail. It's okay to make a mistake. Just get up and try something else. Or sit down and think critically about how to problem solve. Okay? That's the teacher in me coming out. Sorry, it's in me. Next, number 4, give yourself an applause when you complete a goal or a task. Check it off your list. It's done. It is finished. Applaud yourself for that success. I checked it off my list. Hooray, hooray for me. If nobody else claps for you, clap for yourself. Next, number 5, you can't take on or care about everything and everyone. Choose your cause carefully. You can't be everything to everyone. In order for you to soar in 2024, you can't be everything to everyone. You got to be something to yourself, right? You got to be important to yourself. It's not like I'm forgetting about these people or whatever the thing is. If it's something I can handle, then maybe yes, I can handle that. If I feel like I can't handle it, then I have to pass it on. It's not for me. Sorry. Can't do it. 6, pay attention to what goes on around you. Be aware of what is going on around you. Personally, professionally, know what people are doing. Sometimes you don't care what they're saying, but be aware of what's going on so that you won't be blindsided. Yeah, we all get blindsided from time to time, but that's about knowing. And that doesn't mean being nosy. No, it doesn't mean being nosy and in everybody's business. No, knowing what's going on in your world. In your world. 7, learn new things. Learn new things about yourself, about important relationships in your life. I'm always learning new things about myself. I may not like all of them, but I learn about it and say, okay, how can I change? Same with relationships, whether it's friendships, family relationships, significant other relationships. Learn about people in your lives. What do they like? What do they don't like? What are their triggers? Do I like them enough to be around them? Sometimes, even if it's family, some people you have to stay away from. Is this a true friend that I can trust? Yes. Soar in 2024. 8, journal and document your life, your feelings, and your experiences. It's your history. It's your truth. Journal it, write it down, whether you're video recording it or if you're audio recording it. Jot down your experiences. It just tells you all those different phases and chapters that you have been through and that you have successfully made it through. Not all were good, not all were bad, but it was a part of life and it was your life, right? 9, make your health and your wellness a priority. That's very, very important. Making your health and wellness a priority. If you're not well and not healthy for yourself, how can you be well and healthy for others? And there are certain dimensions of wellness, which I'm not going to talk about in this recording, but that's something we can talk about, the dimensions of wellness. There are 8 of them, and all of them kind of affect your life. All of them affect your life. But yes, make your health and wellness a priority. And number 10, if you're going to soar in 2024, you're going to give yourself grace. Don't be hard on yourself all the time. Yes, you're going to make mistakes. Yes, there's some things you're not going to get done. There are reasons why, but give yourself grace. If nobody else deserves some grace, you deserve grace for yourself. So as we move on in 2024, because this is January, this is our first podcast for January 2024. We're going to do more. Think about all of those things that we just went through, that list, setting your goals, focusing on one goal at a time, understanding that there's going to be times when we fail. You're going to give yourselves applause, and applause when you complete a goal or a task. Celebrate you. You can't take on everybody else's stuff. Sometimes your own stuff is heavy enough. Pay attention to what's going on around you. Don't be nosy, but know what's going on in your life. Learn new things. Be a continuous learner about yourself and others in life. Journal and document your experiences. Make your health and wellness a priority, and give yourself grace. So let's soar in 2024. All my sister girls, we're going to be fabulous and wonderful. Going to live our lives in 2024 and just enjoy life and inspire others. See you soon. This is Casey Washington signing off of the Sustah-Girl Chronicles podcast. Have a great and wonderful